Can a team that's needed extra time in 3 of their last 4 matches truly call themselves the best in the world? Well, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're breaking down the absolute biggest match on the planet, the 2026 FIFA World Cup Final. 103 matches have led us right here to MetLife Stadium, and man, the stakes literally could not be higher. We're going to dive deep into the data, the tactics, and the history to show you exactly how this colossal showdown will be decided. Argentina survived. Spain dominated. Let's dive right into this massive clash of narratives. Because look, these two teams did not earn their tickets to this final in the same way. At all. You've got one side that has looked like an unstoppable, cold-blooded machine, and another side relying on sheer, chaotic willpower and heart, refusing to be eliminated time and time again. Just look at Spain's route to this final. It's been ruthlessly efficient. 6 wins, 1 draw, and get this, they've conceded just 1 single goal all tournament, capped off by a total 2-0 demolition of France in the semifinal. But on the other side of the pitch, Argentina's road has been absolute chaos. We're talking extra time against Cape Verde, a massive comeback from 2-0 down against Egypt, extra time again against Switzerland, and a heart-stopping stoppage time winner from Lautaro Martinez to edge out England. Spain hasn't had to fight from behind once. Argentina has needed rescuing in almost every single match. Section 1. Chaos versus Control, the Tactical Battle. For Spain, the defining tactical framework is juego de posición, or positional play. Now, this is a system rooted in the principles of Johan Cruyff and Pep Guardiola. But the 2026 Spanish team, they play it with added directness and physicality. It's all about disciplined spacing, constant rotation, and sustained possession. Basically, when one player vacates a space, another immediately fills it. They want to completely dominate the ball and exploit the exact spaces you leave open the second you try to press them. Contrast that with Argentina's approach, which is heavily influenced by relationism. This is a very street-smart brand of football. Instead of rigid positional structures, it relies entirely on spontaneous freedom. Wherever the ball is, 4 or 5 Argentine players will just crowd around it, creating immediate numerical superiority. It's about close combinations, pure technical ability, and finding those tight, intricate passes to break through defenses. It's highly demanding, requires massive ground coverage, but when it clicks, it is virtually impossible to defend against. The data actually exposes Spain's hidden weapon here. You might think they just endlessly pass the ball around, right? But they are incredibly aggressive without it. Spain has won the ball back in the final third 40 times this tournament, compared to Argentina's 22. They also dominate middle third ball wins. The very moment Spain loses possession, they hunt you down in a lethal high counterpress. 0.3. Let that sink in for a second. That is the insanely low expected goals Spain has conceded per game throughout this World Cup. In 7 matches, they've only allowed 10 shots on target in total. I mean, they're operating as arguably the best defensive team in World Cup history. Section 2. A generational clash. 39 versus 19. 64%. That is the amount of time 39-year-old Lionel Messi has spent merely walking on the pitch during this World Cup. More than half of his allotted time is spent at a literal walking pace, and yet he's tied for the Golden Boot and remains the absolute heartbeat of the Argentina team. Everything his team does, all the running, all the chasing, it's to compensate defensively so that when Messi finally gets the ball, he is in the perfect position to use his magic. And stepping onto the pitch to face him are Spain's teenage sensations, Lamine Yamal and Pau Cubarsí, both just 19 years old. These are kids from Barcelona's La Masia Academy who grew up watching Messi as their absolute idol in the Camp Nou. Now, they're playing the biggest match of their entire lives against him. Get this. Back in 2007, UNICEF held a raffle. The winning family got a photo shoot with a 19-year-old Lionel Messi. The baby in that photo shoot, getting distracted by a small rubber duck, that was Lamine Yamal. Fast forward to today, a 19-year-old Yamal is facing Messi in a World Cup final. It literally feels like a script straight out of Hollywood. The history tying Messi to this exact moment is just incredibly deep. In 2004, the Spanish Federation desperately tried to cap a young Messi for their under-20 team, but Argentina quickly organized a friendly against Paraguay just to lock him in. Then, in 2016, right here at MetLife Stadium, Messi lost his 4th major final and shockingly announced his retirement from the national team, feeling utterly broken. 10 years later, in 2026, he returns to the very same MetLife Stadium for what is almost certainly his final World Cup match. It's the ultimate full-circle moment. Section 3. Where the match is won. Tactically, the crucial point for Spain is their invisible mastermind, Rodri. He completely dictates the flow of the game. And what is fascinating is how he controls play not just by touching the ball, but by intentionally drifting out of position. Here's how that builds Spain's attack. When they play from the back, Rodri intentionally vacates his central space. Because he's so dangerous, his marker, say Alexis McAllister, has to follow him. That opens up a massive passing lane. And Spain's center backs, Pau Cubarsí and Aymeric Laporte, have played the most vertical line-breaking passes in the tournament. So the second Rodri clears the lane, they ping a lethal vertical pass straight to an attacker like Dani Olmo or Yamal, who's dropping deep. It's a brilliantly calculated trap. Now, what exactly is Spain's plan for Messi? The countermeasure is likely going to be Marc Cucurella. As Messi naturally drifts into the right half spaces to collect the ball, Spain might deploy the highly aggressive and physical Cucurella specifically to hunt him down and man-mark him all game. Cucurella thrives in physical, scrappy battles, and Spain will rely on him to disrupt Messi's rhythm every single time he touches the ball. But Argentina has a hidden strength that counters this perfectly: their elite adaptability. Lionel Scaloni, alongside Pablo Aimar and Walter Samuel, has an impeccable staff. In the England match, when Harry Kane dropped deep, Argentina rapidly adjusted mid-game, throwing in Otamendi just to track him. Today, if Cucurella shadows Messi, expect Argentina to instantly adjust, perhaps pushing a player like Molina incredibly wide to pin Cucurella down, freeing up Messi into a 2-on-1 advantage. They analyze and adapt faster than anyone. Section 4. The final verdict. So, looking at the broader data and the betting markets, there's a slight edge. Win probability sits at roughly 59% for Spain and 41% for Argentina. The markets favor Spain's relentless consistency and their unmatched ability to shut out opponents entirely, picking that over Argentina's tendency to live on the absolute edge of chaos. But, as we've seen, data simply cannot measure the heart of a team that refuses to die. Will Spain's quiet, suffocating consistency earn them their second star? Or can Messi's magic break Spain's ultimate control for a true fairy tale ending? Drop your score predictions in the comments below. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and enjoy the World Cup final.